We're going to be diving deep into interactive notebooks. I'm actually going to have like a little shell of what I'm going to be using down in the description bar, so I'll have a link to that if you guys are interested. You can go ahead, it's free, take a look at it for ideas, or you can go ahead and use that one and edit it however you like, but that will be there as a as a resource for you. Hey guys, welcome back to the Math Dojo. My name is Michelle. For those of you who are new here and don't know me, I'm a middle school math teacher from Los Angeles. We are here today to discuss blended learning, distance learning. LAUSD just announced that they are going completely distance learning this fall. So although we've been planning for some kind of blended learning, that's not the case anymore, and we know that for sure. So yeah, I would love to hear what's happening in your guys' districts. Are you guys going back blended learning, and how do you guys feel about that? In today's video, what we are going to be covering is how to use interactive notebooks and how to have all of their work stored in one place on Google Classroom. As far as note-taking, lessons that you're going to do with the students online face-to-face, some tips and some pointers. I'm going to have a tutorial coming out on this channel that is going to be everything that the students are going to need to know that we're discussing in this video today. So what we're learning today as instructors is how to implement interactive notebooks over distance learning or blended learning. But the part that we need to teach the students, I'm going to make that a separate tutorial that I'm just going to be talking like I would be to my students. I'm actually going to be using that tutorial for my own students. So if that's already out, I'll have it linked below and up in the cards, but if it's not out, then it will be coming up soon. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump right into the video, how to use interactive notebooks through blended or distance learning. Let's go. We do have a giveaway in this video. I told you guys in my last videos that we hit our goal of 100 subscribers on the Math Dojo, so thank you all. I'm so very excited, and virtual hugs to everybody. If you're not a hugger, fist bumps. Okay, so if you want to be entered into the giveaway, just subscribe to the Math Dojo, be a part of the family, comment down below on blended or distance learning, what you're worried about, what you're excited about, include your Instagram handle. Is it called an Instagram handle, or your Instagram username? Just with your comment, leave your Instagram username so that is how I can contact you guys. If you guys want to follow me there, I would love for you to follow me on Instagram. It's getting there. It's a work in progress, and it is part of my 2021 long list of goals that I have for myself in this upcoming year. So yeah, with that being said, I know this is a longer intro, but let's get into the video.
All right, so this is your interactive notebook, but this is what I'm going to be sharing with you. Notice you can click on it and edit as you choose. I talked about only sharing 1 week at a time to your students, and then every unit or every trimester, however you want to do it, you can have them compile each week into a separate interactive notebook to be like a project grade. So let's go ahead and show you how I did each one. So I just added what week it was here. This is an example of one day out of the week. In order for the kids to not accidentally move things around, you can do this 2 ways. So one way is that you can take a screenshot of the whole slide. Okay, then you can go to a new slide, delete all of this. Okay, and then you're going to go to background, choose image, and then when you browse, it should be the first thing that comes up is your screenshot because you just took it. And then you're going to click done once that comes up. And now it's a background image and they can't move around anything. So now what you're going to want to do is create a text box over this where you will write insert name. So let's adjust the font size. You want it to be aligned in the center and in the middle. So make sure you click those two. So insert name. And then what I do to make sure they see that is I make the border black and I make it thick. Or if you don't want to do that, maybe you put a little arrow and kind of put it here. And then just write directions. So you'll write a text box here with some directions. Again, change my font size, and I've been testing out this font. I usually use Oswald or Century Gothic, but here you can write insert name here, and when you're done, delete the note and the arrow, or whatever you want to write. It can be interactive. They know that this slide, they have to do something on it. So yeah. Okay, so the next one, to create the title, you're going to go to Insert and then Word Art here. Okay, write whatever word art you want. So student tutorial, click enter, and then it comes up like this. You can change it to any font that you want. I used this one here, but your fill color, you can do a solid color where it's just one solid red or whatever color you want, or if you go to this gradient here, but you can have the red be a gradient red. So any one of those that you like. And that's what I did there. And then to get the images, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go to Insert Image from the searching from the web. So it's going to come up on the right, and you're going to write laptop. And then whenever I write PNG, I usually get images that do not have a background. So if you do get an image that has a background, I have another video that explains how to delete the background. I can link that below. But whatever image that you want, you resize it to fit on, and you can look for a desk, you can look for a lamp, a flower, a picture frame, whatever you want to make it your own. And then how to insert or embed a video. You're going to insert a video, and then you're going to search by URL. So I'm going to come over to my YouTube page. So what you would do is you would go to any video, and then you would go to the share button down here. Click share. You would copy this link right here, okay, and then it's copied to your clipboard. So then you go back into your presentation and paste it, Command V, into your clipboard, hit select, and there it is for you there. So you can resize it, and if the students click on this video, if they just hit the play button, it's going to be this small. So they can do the zoom and watch it this way, but either way you want it to show up a little bit larger for them. So the next slide is the table of contents. How I get all of these is I use the shapes tool, I use this rounded edge, and I make these rectangles. Again, I use the gradient fill to fill it there, and then you don't have to put a text box over. Actually, I recommend you don't. You just double click in any of the shapes. So even if you do like a speech bubble, a star, any of the shapes, you just double click in it and it becomes a text box for you. So you can fill in however you like, pick your font, your color, and then go ahead and write in what it is that you're doing here. So that's your table of contents. If you want the outside, the border color right here, to be not transparent, you can make a border color and the thickness as thick as you like. But this is how I made all of them here. You can do that. You can do a star. You can upload an image from the web. You can put your emoji there. But basically what you're going to want to do is have 5 different objects. So here I did rectangles, but whatever objects you want. And then you're going to want to select the text or select the object. And you're going to come to this link button right here. And you're going to link a slide. So right here it says slide in this presentation, and notice that my Monday objective over here, Monday's objective is on slide 5. So I'm going to scroll down and hit slide 5, and notice right here it's what's going to be linked is this text right here. If I want it to say something else, like click here, Monday's objective here, or whatever you want it to say, it needs to say it in this box here. So once I hit apply, you're going to see it's now linked. Now I don't want it to change my color, so I always go up here and change it back, or you can make it white. I usually just make it black, and I don't want it underlined, so I'm just going to leave it like that. my kids know to click on here and it'll just take them to the slide. If you're in this presentation mode, or this view, you have to do that double click where you click on it once and it'll take you to the link here and you have to click here. If you're in the present mode, if you click on this link, you only have to click on it once and it'll take you straight there. So that's something that I'll also include in the tutorial. But normally your students will be working in this view. The next one is, so I've already showed you how to get the clip or the word art, how to make a text box. So this is pretty much self-explanatory. The border or the shape that I put behind it is I just inserted a shape that was one of these callouts, and it was this shape right here. So I just drew one of those and I filled it in with the gradient again. Okay, so the next slide is my vocabulary slide. So again, with this one, what I did was I put a text box here for the directions, and then for these boxes here, in order to make those, I like when I go to the arrows shape. So I like this one just because they're nicer to put together and they fit together nicely. So let's go ahead and show you how I did that. So I made one here, copied and pasted it so it's the same shape. Okay, so you pick your color, double click inside of it to write the definition of the word, and then here you'll find a picture. You can use a picture from the web, or you can take it from a worksheet or wherever you find your pictures from. You can insert it like I showed you here, insert an image from the web. But what you're going to do here is you're going to drag the picture to the definition. Okay, make sure it aligns, and again there'll be two different colors, and then to move them all together, so you're not just moving them separately, you want to click on one and hold down your shift key, click on the other, and then right click and group them together. So now when you click on them, you can move them together. If you want to ungroup them, you would right click and hit ungroup, and then you'd be able to move them around individually again. Okay, so all of these here I have grouped together, and then I just had the students match the definition and picture to the correct vocabulary word. Okay, so there's tons of ways that you can do vocabulary, and I like to mix it up for my students. I don't just do one way, but that's how I did it on this day. So the next one is, again, the same thing. You know how to do this already. Embed a video. I used an image of a desktop computer, had some notes, and this is just the engagement. So any of the videos that you record yourself doing to for the notes for your students, this is where you would embed it right before their independent practice. So I made all of this using the arrows and text boxes and things like that. So let's go ahead and zoom in so you can see. So all of the pages you're going to want to make so that the backgrounds are immovable, or whatever the pieces that you don't want the students to move, you want to make as the background and only have the pieces that you want them to move movable. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to background, again, choose image, browse, and choose the screenshot that I just took. And then from here, you're going to want to include any place that you want them to put text. I am going to go over it in the tutorial, but you just want to make sure that it's visible for them. So I'm going to write insert answer here. Okay, and then they can just click on the text box and delete this and put their answer in here. You're going to want to do this to every space that you want them to fill in. So what I would do is I would put a text box here, 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 and here, and then select all of them and group them together and copy and paste, so you only have to do it one time. Okay, so the next slide here, I've been playing around with these GIFs, and I've been making a lot of them to personalize all of my distance learning slides for my students, and I think it's really a fun way to kind of get them to see your face again. So yeah, if you want a tutorial on that, I can do that for you. Just leave it in the comments below. But yeah, so this again is just the title from the word art, the directions, and how to link. So I have here to click on my coffee cup to jump to a refreshing check for understanding. So I have a video on check for understandings for the Google Forms, they automatically import into your Google Classroom and they grade it for you. It's wonderful. Check it out. It'll change your life. But what I do here is I go to the shapes, choose any shape you want. I usually just choose the rectangle. Wherever you tell the students to click, you're going to draw a shape over that entire object. Okay, so just in case the kids click on the top of the cup, on the straw, wherever it is, you want the entire object covered. Okay, now I already have it linked, so let me just show you on the side over here. Well, let's do it on my head. Okay, so let's draw another square. And let's say if I want them to click on my head, the box, obviously you don't want it covering, so you're going to go to the fill box and make it transparent, and also the outline transparent. So this way they can't see the box when you click off. There's nothing there, but there is a box there. So you're going to click on it, right click, and hit the link button. So you're going to link the Google Forms. So you go to the Google Forms that you were creating for your Check for Understanding, and you hit send here on the side and go to this link button and hit copy. Okay, so now it's on your clipboard. You go back here and paste it in here and hit apply, and then you're all ready to go. So like I said, if they're in the presentation mode, it is going to automatically send them there. If not, they're going to have to click on your face and then click on the link. Okay, so that's pretty much it. The last part here, the last slide for day one, I just put a little bit emoji of myself saying, yeah, the end of day one. Insert their notes here. I have a little text box for that, and I will show them in the tutorial how to take a picture of their notes and upload it into the document before they share it back to you. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Like I said, it's down below, it's linked down below for you guys to check out on your own. And yeah, this is the one that you guys are going to get. It's just the template. So if they want to check out my channel, go ahead and leave that on the back there. And yeah, let's get back to the video.
Okay, so if you made it to the end of this video, go ahead and pat yourself on the back. You are going above and beyond, making sure that you're ready, that you're 100% prepared to help your students have the best possible distance learning experience or blended learning experience. I know that I have a lot to learn from you guys as well. So if you have any ideas for me or tips for me for distance learning or anything that you guys want to see next, leave your thoughts down in the comments below, whether it's a question, a tip for me, because I'd love to read them. I hope you guys are staying safe and keeping your families and friends safe during this time. I know we're all hoping that it's going to be over soon, but we just never know. So as always, take advantage of the rest of your day and go do something great. Until then, bye guys. I just like hear my hand like Math Dojo out. Just kidding.